Hey guys, you're with me, Kevin, your scuba professional, and today we're here to review the differences between the SEAC Libera mask and the SEAC Unica mask, because quite often we got asked, what's the difference? And if you look at these guys, they look pretty much exactly the same. The Libera is the slightly newer mask, and the Unica is the original mask from SEAC. There's very slight differences between the two, which we're going to review now. So first off, from the look of the mask, they're very similar, but you can see that the Libera mask over here has a slightly more rounded section to around the ocular socket. The Unica mask here is slightly more squared. This is just ever so slightly round. And the most notable thing is in the oronasal pocket over here, the one-way drain valve has been indented. So it sits closer to your face compared to the SEAC Unica. So the SEAC Unica has got a slightly bigger mouth oronasal pocket compared to the Libera, which is just ever so slightly smaller. It makes a very, very small difference as far as breathing is concerned, but nothing that we could notice when we had them out both testing them. The main thing that you will notice between the two is when we turn it around. The Libera has a silicone mask strap and the Unica has the elasticated mask strap. And this really comes down to personal preference to the snorkeler that's out using it. Personally, I found that the Unica is really, really comfortable. When you put it on with this elasticated strap, it tends to conform to the back of your head really comfortably. So if you're doing long periods of time out in the water or wearing the mask for a long time, this elasticated strap is super, super comfy because of the way it holds the back of your head. The Libera mask with the new silicone strap at the back is also comfortable, but one of the things I've noticed with this one is it does tend to pull your hair a little bit when you've got it on. It does dry a lot quicker, so that is the main benefit of it. So when you're finished snorkeling in the water and you get out, the mask dries almost immediately. Hence the guys have upgraded to the silicone one, but this one, the elasticated strap, dries relatively quick as well, but not anything that we could really notice. From a comfort point, slightly more comfy here, but overall, testing the two, other than those 2 or 3 small differences, a slight different shape of the face, and that the oronasal pockets at the bottom are ever so slightly different as far as size is concerned, and the straps, they're all pretty much the same. One of the things we did notice was in the snorkels. If I take the Unica snorkel out over here and I take the Libera snorkel out, you can see that the Libera snorkel has an added one-way valve at the top. So that would go a ways to stop any warm air traveling back over the ocular socket, whereas the original Unicas don't have this. We have heard from SEAC that all the newer batches that are coming out, depending when your unit was ordered through the 2020 period, some of them will have the one-way valve in it and some of them won't. They have said that it makes no difference to the performance of the Unica mask, but because the snorkels are designed exactly the same and it's a universal part, from a production line point of view, they have started to add it into the newer batches of masks which have come out. So there's your review and the differences between the SEAC Libera mask and the Unica. They look exactly, pretty much, almost exactly pretty much the same, with the exception of those 3 little things: the straps, the slight shape in the face, and the oronasal pocket being slightly different. Technology of the masks works exactly the same. Fresh air comes over your eyes, into your mouth. When you breathe it out, the exhaled air comes out of a valve at the bottom and around the same channels out the back. So you get the highest flow of fresh air into both of these masks, both of them being subjected to the most stringent of EU standards for CO2 testing, and both of them have passed, and those CE numbers are available for both these masks for passing those tests as sporting devices. So there's the differences. You guys decide. It's all about the comfort and the look, whichever one you prefer. The SEAC Libera versus the SEAC Unica. Both really, really great masks available from our site. If you guys enjoying the product reviews, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go over there and click subscribe, and we'll keep you up to date with all the interesting things that are different with little bits of gear, even if it's small, but sometimes it's big. But now you know exactly why. You can also go check out our social streams, the main one being facebook.com/scuba.co.za. We'll keep you up to date with all the funky trips and travels and promos that we've got on an ongoing basis. So that's it from me, guys, and I look forward to seeing you really soon in the water.